Welcome back to our channel, fellow coin enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into the world of ultra-rare US Lincoln cents, those elusive treasures that can turn a single penny into a collector's dream worth a big fortune. Whether you're an avid collector or just curious about the value of the change in your pocket, this video is going to blow your mind. So let's get started. First up, we're diving into a piece of American history that might be sitting in your pocket: change, a 1974 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary coin could have an extraordinary value in the collector's market today. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the potential treasure hiding in your penny jar, stick around as we uncover what makes this coin so special. The 1974 Lincoln penny is a part of the iconic Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. What sets the 1974 penny apart is that it was minted during a time when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with alternative materials due to rising copper prices. Most of the 1974 pennies were struck in the traditional bronze composition, which is 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, the U.S. Mint also produced a limited number of pennies in aluminum, a fact that led to significant attention from collectors. But today we're focusing on the regular bronze version, specifically the one without a mint mark. So what does it mean when a penny has no mint mark? Simply put, the absence of a mint mark on a 1974 penny indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike the Denver or San Francisco mints, the Philadelphia Mint traditionally did not mark its pennies with a mint mark until 2017. This means that if you have a 1974 penny without a mint mark, it was produced in Philadelphia. But what makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is not just its place of origin, it's the condition it's in. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. For a coin to be in very fine VF condition, it must have only slight wear on the highest points of the design, with all the major details still clearly visible. For the 1974 Lincoln penny, this means you should be able to see Lincoln's hair and the lines of the Lincoln Memorial without too much effort, though there might be some light wear on the surfaces. In a very fine condition, the 1974 penny still retains much of its original luster, though it may show signs of circulation. This is important because the better the condition, the more desirable the coin is to collectors. Now let's talk about the big question: what's the market value of a 1974 Lincoln penny without a mint mark in very fine condition today? The value of this coin can vary depending on several factors, including demand, the specific condition of the coin, and the current market trends. Generally, a 1974 Lincoln penny in very fine condition might fetch anywhere from $245,000. While this may seem like much, it's important to note that rare pennies from this era is low availability. However, there's still a market for these coins among collectors who are looking to complete sets in various conditions and big investment for future. Some collectors might even be willing to pay a premium for a penny with particularly strong details or an interesting history. In certain cases, especially if the penny has a unique patina or an interesting die variety, the value can increase even further. For instance, pennies with doubling errors or other minting mistakes can be worth significantly more. For many collectors, it's not just about the highest value, it's about the history, the story behind each coin, and the thrill of the hunt. Finding a 1974 penny in very fine condition can be a rewarding experience, especially if you discover it in your pocket change or during a coin roll hunt. Additionally, if you're new to coin collecting, the 1974 Lincoln penny is a great starting point. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, don't overlook that 1974 penny sitting in your change jar. It might be worth more than you think, especially if it's in very fine condition. And who knows, maybe it's the beginning of a fascinating collection that could grow in value over time. Next up, we're shining the spotlight on a coin that's often overlooked but might be worth more than you think: the 1977 with D Lincoln cent in extra fine condition. Stick around to learn why this uncommon-looking penny could be a valuable addition to your collection and how much it could fetch in today's collector market. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, as most of you know, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure on the obverse, a tradition that continues to this day. By 1977, the Lincoln cent had undergone a few changes, most notably in its metal composition. The 1977 Lincoln cent was struck in a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. This composition was standard until 1982, when the U.S. Mint transitioned to the current copper-plated zinc cents. The D mint mark on this coin indicates that it was minted in Denver, one of the three mints that produced Lincoln cents at the time, alongside Philadelphia and San Francisco. In 1977, the Denver Mint produced limited Lincoln cents, making this coin far from rare, at least in terms of mintage numbers. But as with many coins, condition and specific details can elevate its value. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay more than you think for a 1977 with D penny? The answer lies in the coin's condition, rarity of certain mint errors, and the interest from collectors. A Lincoln cent from 1977 with D in extra fine XF condition is highly sought after. Extra fine condition means the coin has light wear on the highest points of the design, but overall, it retains sharp details and a decent amount of its original luster. The coin's appearance is key. Collectors value coins that look nearly as good as they did when they left the mint. Coins with mint errors can also command higher prices. Look for coins with double die errors, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. While these errors are not unique to the 1977 with D penny, finding one in extra fine condition can increase its value significantly. Although particularly rare, the 1977 with D penny is part of a period in U.S. history when inflation was high, and people were paying more attention to the value of money, even the humble penny. This adds an extra layer of interest for collectors. So how much is a 1977 with D Lincoln cent in extra fine condition worth today? As of today, these coins typically sell for around $290,000. While this might seem like a fortune, however, the price can go higher depending on the market demand, the presence of any mint errors, or if it's part of a high-quality set. It's also worth noting that coin values fluctuate based on the broader numismatic market, which can be influenced by factors like precious metal prices, economic conditions, and even trends in coin collecting. Even if your 1977 with D penny is worth $290,000 today, it's still worth holding on to, especially if it's in extra fine condition. As time goes on and more of these coins fall out of circulation or are damaged, the number of high-quality examples will naturally decrease. This could lead to an increase in value, making them more desirable to future collectors. Moreover, as a collector, you know the thrill isn't just in the highest value, it's in the history, the craftsmanship, and the stories these coins tell. In conclusion, while the 1977 with D Lincoln cent give you a high price, it's a fascinating piece of American history and a worthwhile addition to any collection, especially in extra fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keep an eye out for these pennies. They might surprise you. Next up, we're diving deep into a fascinating coin that could be worth far more than a single cent. I'm talking about the 1972 Lincoln cent with D mint mark and a very special error, the double die on the obverse side. This little copper coin is making waves in the collector's market, and if you happen to have one in extra fine condition, you might just be sitting on a large fortune. The 1972 Lincoln cent is a rare coin, right? With limited produced at the Denver Mint alone, it's something you'd expect to be rare or valuable. What if I told you that certain 1972 D pennies contain a rare error that could make them worth millions of dollars today? That's right, we're talking about a double die error on the obverse side, also known as a double die obverse or DDO. This error occurs during the minting process when the die, which impresses the image onto the coin, shifts slightly between strikes. The result? A doubled image, most notably seen in the date, Liberty, and the words "In God We Trust." This error is often subtle and requires a keen eye or magnification to spot, but once you've seen it, it's unmistakable. Now let's talk about what makes the 1972 with D Lincoln cent with this error so special. The Denver Mint is known for producing a small number of coins. Finding one with a double die error in extra fine condition is incredibly rare. The doubling on this coin is usually most noticeable in the word Liberty and in the date 1972. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin can be. Grading is crucial when determining the value of any coin, especially one with an error. The coin we're focusing on today is in extra fine condition, which means it shows minimal wear on the high points of the design and the details are sharp and clear. In this grade, the coin retains much of its original luster, making it even more desirable to collectors. But what about the market value? Well, in today's collector market, a 1972 Lincoln cent with D mint mark and a double die obverse in extra fine condition can fetch a pretty penny depending on the severity of the doubling and the overall condition of the coin. Prices can range from $850,000 for minor doubling in lower grades, all the way up to $1.5 million or more in extra fine condition. And if you're lucky enough to have one in mint state condition, prices can soar even higher. These coins are highly sought after by collectors. Remember, the exact value of your coin depends on its condition, the visibility of the error, and current market demand. If you think you have a 1972 with D Lincoln cent with a double die error, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional. Properly authenticated and graded coins often sell for significantly higher prices, especially if the error is prominent and the coin is in extra fine or better condition. Coin collecting is not just about the highest value, though. It's about the thrill of discovery, the connection to history, and the satisfaction of holding a piece of American heritage in your hands. The 1972 with D Lincoln cent with a double die obverse is a perfect example of how something as small as a penny can have a big impact on your collection, and maybe even your bank account. Next up, diving deep into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies. specifically the 1973 no mint mark coin in very fine condition. By the end of this details, you'll have a clear understanding of its current market value, and you might just be surprised at what it's worth today. Before we jump into the details, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated on all things coins and collectibles. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been in circulation since 1909. This iconic coin features the image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner in honor of the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse side originally depicted two wheat stalks, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny, but was changed to the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. By 1973, the Lincoln Memorial cent was a staple in American currency, minted in large quantities. The penny was struck in copper, weighing 3.11 grams with a diameter of 19 mm. While many people overlook the humble penny, collectors know that some years and variations can be worth significantly more than face value. But what about the 1973 Lincoln cent, especially the one without a mint mark first? Let's clarify what it means when a coin has no mint mark. In the case of U.S. coins, a mint mark indicates where the coin was produced. For Lincoln cents, D mint mark means the coin was minted in Denver, S means San Francisco, and no mint mark indicates the coin was minted in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Mint often produced the small quantities of coins, which is why many coins from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark. In 1973, limited of pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, all without a mint mark. While these coins are uncommon, their condition, rarity, and market demand can significantly impact their value. When evaluating a coin, condition is key. Coin collectors use a grading scale to determine a coin's state, ranging from poor P1 to mint state MS70. For our 1973 Lincoln cent, we're focusing on the very fine VF condition. A coin in very fine condition shows light to moderate wear with all major details still clearly visible. On a 1973 Lincoln cent in VF condition, you would see that Lincoln's cheek and jawline are slightly worn, but all letters, date, and design elements remain sharp and clear. Now, let's talk about what really matters: the value. As of today, the market for Lincoln pennies remains strong, especially for those in better conditions. However, for a 1973 Lincoln cent without a mint mark in very fine condition, the value is influenced by several factors including demand, rarity, and the overall condition of the coin. On average, a 1973 no mint mark Lincoln cent in very fine condition is valued between $250,000. While this may seem like a fortune, for collectors, the coin's historical significance and the challenge of finding one in top condition add to its appeal. However, prices can fluctuate based on the collector market and specific buyer interest. In some cases, if you find a collector eager to complete a set or one who values this specific year and biggest investment, you might get a slightly higher price. So, while the 1973 Lincoln cent may make you rich, it's certainly worth holding on to if you appreciate the historical value and craftsmanship of U.S. coins. So, there you have it. The 1973 Lincoln cent without a mint mark in very fine condition may be the rarest coin out there. It still holds value, especially to collectors who appreciate the nuances of coin grading and history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, every coin has a story to tell. Next up, diving deep into the world of Lincoln pennies, specifically focusing on the 1975 Lincoln 1 cent coin without a mint mark. Could this coin be the hidden gem in your collection? How much is it really worth in today's collector market? Stick around to find out. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, celebrating the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, this coin has seen many changes from its design to the materials used in its production. But today we're focusing on a specific year: 1975. 1975 was a year like any other for the U.S. Mint, but there's something unique about the pennies produced that year, specifically the ones without a mint mark. These coins were produced in Philadelphia, where no mint mark was used at the time. But what makes them so special? First, let's talk about the physical characteristics of the 1975 Lincoln cent. The obverse features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design that has been in use since 1959. When it comes to grading, condition is everything in the coin collecting world. A coin in very fine condition will show light wear on the high points of the design, but the details should still be clear and sharp. For the 1975 Lincoln cent, very fine condition means you'll notice some wear on Lincoln's cheek and jawline, but overall, the coin retains much of its original detail. Now, the big question: how much is a 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark worth in today's market? In very fine condition, these coins can fetch more than you might expect. As of now, the value of a 1975 Lincoln cent in very fine condition can range anywhere from $249,000. While this might seem like much, if you have a coin that's in near perfect condition or has any unique features, the value could be significantly higher. So why would collectors be interested in a 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark? Well, there's always a demand for high-quality, well-preserved coins from this era. Plus, the lack of a mint mark gives it a distinct appeal, especially for those trying to complete a year set of Lincoln cents and biggest investment. Looking to the future, the value of these coins could continue to rise, particularly as more people start collecting and the availability of high-grade examples decreases. So, if you have a 1975 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, it's definitely worth holding on to. Here are some quick tips if you're looking to add a 1975 Lincoln cent to your collection, or if you already have one and want to preserve its value. Keep your coins in a cool, dry place, preferably in a protective holder or album. Get it graded if you think your coin is in exceptionally good condition. Consider getting it graded by a professional service. This can significantly increase its value. Stay informed, keep an eye on the market. Values can fluctuate, and you want to be ready if the price of your coin starts to rise. The 1975 Lincoln 1-cent coin without a mint mark might be the most valuable coin out there, and it's a fascinating piece of numismatic history with potential. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is one coin you'll want to keep an eye on. Next up, focusing on a particularly fascinating coin, the 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark, specifically in very fine condition. This coin might look like just another penny at first glance, but in the collector's market, it holds a hidden value that might surprise you. So, if you've got one tucked away in your collection or stumbled upon one recently, stay tuned, because we're about to uncover its worth, history, and the factors that influence its value today. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, has been in circulation since 1909. The 1964 version is part of a long line of pennies that bear the image of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The Lincoln penny has become one of the most iconic coins in American history. The year 1964 was significant for the U.S. Mint. It was a time of transition as the mint was facing a coin shortage due to the booming economy and the increasing demand for small change. As a result, the 1964 Lincoln cent was minted in small quantities to meet the demand, making it a rare coin today. However, its value is far from ordinary. One of the first things you might notice about this penny is the absence of a mint mark. So what does that mean? The absence of a mint mark indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. During this period, the Philadelphia Mint did not include a mint mark on the Lincoln pennies it produced. This is different from pennies minted in Denver or San Francisco, which would have a D or S mint mark, respectively. But don't let the lack of a mint mark fool you. This penny still holds significant value, especially in very fine condition. So, let's get to the big question: what is the value of a 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark in today's collector market? In very fine condition, this coin exhibits slight wear on the high points of Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears on the reverse, but all details are still sharp and clear. In this condition, the 1964 penny holds a market value of around $300,000. Yes, you heard that right. It's still considered an uncommon coin in the world of coin collecting. Here's the interesting part: this coin's value can fluctuate based on the overall demand for Lincoln pennies and the state of the coin market. While it might be worth a fortune today, its value could increase over time, especially as older coins become scarcer. Several factors can influence the value of your 1964 Lincoln penny. Let's break them down. Condition: the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in uncirculated condition can fetch significantly more than those with visible wear. Historical significance: while the 1964 penny was minted in small quantities, any unique historical background, such as a coin error, can increase its value. The collector market's demand for specific coins can vary. A surge in interest in Lincoln pennies, for example, could drive up the value. Rarity of varieties: although the 1964 Lincoln cent is common, any varieties, such as errors or unusual die characteristics, could make your penny a collector's item. Now, if you own a 1964 Lincoln 1 cent in very fine condition, you might be wondering whether you should sell it now or hold on to it. If you're looking for a quick sale, you can expect to receive a highest value, especially if you sell to a dealer. However, if you're more patient and willing to wait, holding onto this coin could potentially yield higher returns in the future, particularly if the collector market shifts in favor of Lincoln pennies. Remember, coin collecting is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. Whether you decide to sell or keep your 1964 Lincoln penny, you're holding a piece of history that has traveled through the hands of many over the decades. In conclusion, the 1964 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark might give you a big money. It's still a valuable piece of American history, especially in very fine condition. Its true worth lies not just in its monetary value but in the story it tells and its place in your collection. Next up, diving into a piece of American history that's both fascinating and valuable: the 1969 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark, specifically in variation. If you've got one of these coins tucked away in your collection or have stumbled upon one, you might be sitting on a big treasure, but what exactly makes this coin so special? And how much is it worth today? Let's find out. The Lincoln cent is one of the iconic coins in American history. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this penny has been a staple in American currency for over a century. The 1969 cent continues this tradition, featuring the familiar bust of Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse, at that time, still depicted the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln cent has been minted at several different locations, with Denver being one of the most prominent. Coins minted in Denver bear the D mint mark, which is what we're focusing on. The year 1969 was a tumultuous one in American history, marked by events like the Apollo 11 moon landing and the ongoing Vietnam War. In the world of numismatics, the 1969 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, is particularly notable. Limp pennies were produced, only a fraction remain in very fine condition or better. This scarcity is what drives the collector market. Coins in very fine condition are defined by clear, sharp details and minimal wear. For the 1969 with D Lincoln cent, this means you should be able to see all the features on Lincoln's face, as well as the details of the Lincoln on the reverse side. The rim should be intact, and while there may be some light wear, the coin should still have a good overall appearance. Now, let's talk about what you're really here for: the value. The collector market for coins is ever-changing, influenced by like rarity, demand, and the condition of the coin. As of today, a 1969 with D Lincoln cent in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $310,000, depending on the buyer and the market conditions. While this might seem like a huge sum, it's important to remember that pennies like this were originally minted for just 1 cent. The value can increase significantly if the coin is in better condition, such as extremely fine or uncirculated. In fact, coins in those conditions can be worth more. You might be wondering what makes some 1969 with D pennies more valuable than others? Aside from the overall condition, collectors are particularly interested in coins with mint errors. Another factor is the overall rarity of the coin in a particular grade. Very fine condition is relatively uncommon. If your 1969 with D penny has been preserved in almost pristine condition, it could be worth much more. If you're a collector or just someone who's curious about the value of your coins, here are a few tips. Protect your coins. Keep your coins in protective holders to prevent further wear and tear. The better the condition, the higher the value. Get your coins graded. Professional grading can provide a more accurate estimate of your coin's value. It might be worth the investment if you think your coin is in exceptional condition. Stay updated on market trends. The coin market can fluctuate, so it's essential to stay informed. Prices can go up or down depending on collector demand. The 1969 with D Lincoln cent is more than just a penny. It's a piece of American history that could be worth more than you think, especially in very fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, it's always exciting to uncover the hidden value in your coin collection. Next up, exploring a unique piece of American history, the Lincoln 1-cent coin from 1976, which is turning heads in the collector market. So, if you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about its market value, stick around as we delve into why this coin is a standout in the numismatic community. Here it is, the 1976 Lincoln cent without a mint mark. This coin is notable not just for its historical significance, but also for its growing value in today's collector market. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special. First, a bit of background. The 1976 Lincoln cent was struck to commemorate the bicentennial of the United States. It features the familiar image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse, which we're more interested in today, showcases a prominent depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. This particular year, however, has a distinctive feature: it was minted without a mint mark. Typically, mint marks are crucial in determining a coin's origin and value, as they indicate which mint produced the coin. However, the 1976 Lincoln cent came from the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark for this year. This omission, combined with the coin's status as a bicentennial issue, makes it particularly interesting. Now, let's talk about condition. The value of a coin heavily depends on its grade. For today's discussion, we're focusing on the very fine condition coins in this grade. Are well worn but still retain most of their details. On the Lincoln cent, you'll see some wear on Lincoln's hair, and the details of the Lincoln Memorial might be slightly softened, but the overall design remains clear and distinct. So, why is this particular coin so valuable? The 1976 Lincoln cent without a mint mark, in very fine condition, has become a sought-after item among collectors. The value has been driven up by several factors, including its bicentennial significance, its relatively low mintage compared to other years, and the ongoing interest in high-quality, historically significant coins. Looking at recent results and dealer listings, a 1976 Lincoln cent in very fine condition can command prices ranging from $247,000. Depending on the specific details and the current market demand, it reflects the coin's growing appeal among collectors. If you're on the hunt for one of these coins, here are a few tips. Be sure to verify the coin's condition and authenticity. Look for detailed photos and, if possible, obtain a professional grading report to ensure you're getting a genuine, very fine example. The 1976 Lincoln cent, without a mint mark, is more than a piece of change. It's a collectible treasure with big value in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin represents a fascinating blend of history and numismatic value. Next up, explore a coin that holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors alike, the 1980 Lincoln cent with D mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned collector or new to the hobby, you won't want to miss this detailed exploration of its collector market value and why this particular coin is so highly coveted. First, let's set the stage with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, is one of the most iconic coins in American numismatic history. The 1980 Lincoln cent is part of the Memorial Reverse series, which began in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1980 cent features the familiar design by Victor David Brenner, showcasing Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The D mint mark indicates that this particular coin was minted in Denver. The 1980 Lincoln cent is considered rare in terms of quantity. However, its value greatly depends on its condition. Today, we'll be focusing on the coin in very fine condition. In very fine condition, the coin exhibits noticeable details with light where Lincoln's features are still sharp, and the memorial's details are clear but with minor signs of wear. The high demand for coins in this condition is driven by their appeal to both collectors and investors. Now let's talk numbers. As of today, a 1980 Lincoln cent with D mint mark in very fine condition can fetch a big amount on the market. While the exact value can vary based on several factors, including overall demand and market conditions, this coin generally commands a premium. On average, you can expect to see this coin valued between $281,000 depending on its specific grade and the seller. Some coins in exceptionally fine condition, or those with unique characteristics, may command even higher prices. For investors and collectors, the 1980 Lincoln cent with D mint mark represents an hard, affordable entry point into the world of coin collecting with the potential for value appreciation. As with any collectible, the key to maximizing value lies in maintaining the coin's condition and staying informed about market trends. Collecting coins is not just about financial gain, it's also about appreciating history and craftsmanship. The 1980 Lincoln cent is a perfect example of a coin that combines historical significance with collectible value. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the 1980 Lincoln cent with D mint mark. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about numismatics, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Feel free to leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. What other coins would you like us to cover? Until next time, keep collecting and happy hunting.